go. All right, I'm just going to give it another less than a minute here and I'll meet you on the mat. So just open up your body, palms are up, feet are open, toed out. Hey, Karen, welcome. We're on our backs. We're beginning on our backs tonight. Okay, it is 5:30 and I remembered to press recording, so here we go. All right, so just feel a nice release through your entire body. Okay, Mary, we are on our backs in Shavasana pose. Palms are up, feet are toed open. Make sure your arms and your legs are away from your body so you can really soften through your hips and through your shoulders. Now, this is a great position where you can actually feel your back ribs contacting your mat, right? The upper part of your back, mid part, the rib cage. Now let's do a nice rib cage breath pattern here. So what we're going to do is we're going to really inflate the rib cage when we in-breath. And exhale as it deflates. Hey, I have something even better we can do. Right hand over the top right rib cage, left over the left. So just bend at the elbows and you'll find the rib cage there. And now as you're breathing, feel how the back rib cage presses into the mat. Try to go for a bigger opening back there. Really press the breath into the back of your rib cage. So the back of the rib cage tends to be a little tight. We tend to breathe through the front and into the sides of the rib cage. Here we really get that whole 360-degree opening of the rib cage. All right, now let's use this breath to soften the shoulders. So every time you exhale and you out breath and the rib cage drops down, let the shoulders and the shoulder blades drop down as well. Really release through the shoulders. Release your arms to a T position. Remember, the arms are not higher than the shoulders. They're shoulder height or lower, slightly lower. Feet are still splayed open. Legs are still apart. Really soften into those upper arm bones, into the wing bones as well. Now slowly turn your head to the right, feeling the left side of your neck open as you make space for it. Yeah, there you go. Feel the chin dropping down toward the right shoulder and drop the shoulder more deeply into the ground. Just breathe here, feeling the left side of your neck. Unlock your jaw. You can have your mouth open if you want. That's okay. Still the rib cage breath. Keep that in the background. Jaw stays soft, eyeballs stay soft, and as you slowly turn your head to the left side, feel where the back of your skull touches the ground. Feel how it goes to the left side of the head now. Yeah, feel that nice pressing into the mat as the chin falls to the left shoulder and the right neck has a lot more space to open. Release the right shoulder and the left. Release the jaw. Big rib cage breath here. Go inside and hear your breath from the inside. Well, I guess it's the inside and the outside, actually. Slowly take your head back to center. Nestle the center of your skull into the mat. Drop your chin slightly toward your chest. Relax both shoulders and take 3 big ribcage breaths right here. Follow the breath from the beginning till the end. Feel a softening across your forehead and deep, deep within your eyeballs. Okay, slowly bring the legs together so that the feet are about hip distance apart. Feet are parallel, they're not open to the sides anymore. Flex both heels until they kind of come right off the ground. Flex them a little more. Spread the toes out. Now press down into the calf muscles. Now draw the belly button down toward the mat. You're going to feel the lower back, make better contact with the mat. Keep all that energy from the belly down. Lift both arms to the ceiling. Palms are facing each other. Keep those feet flexed. Keep those toes open. Keep pressing down into the calves. Slowly bring the arms overhead. And as you're doing that, feel an opening in the shoulders. Now, don't let the thumbs touch the ground. Let them just hover over the ground. Take your chin even closer to the chest. Reach the fingertips away from you. Press those flexed heels away from you and press down into the calves. Now press down into the upper back, keeping the neck relaxed though. Going to feel the top of the thighs light up. Those are your quadriceps. Soften both heels, soften both feet, soften the calves, and slowly bring the arms back up to center. Turn the palms away from you. Take the pinkies in toward each other. Feel the rotation in the arms. Now rotate the pinkies outward. Now rotate them in toward each other. Feel the arm bones move in the shoulder joints. Okay, this is actually shoulder work. Turn the pinkies out again, away from one another. Here they come. They're circling around. Now they're coming toward each other. Hold that. It's okay if you feel some pops and clicks in the shoulders. Okay, rotate the pinkies away. Now keep the palms facing each other. Flex through the left heel. Press that left heel into the ground. Lift the right leg up. Grab the back of it with your hands. Intertwine your fingers, bend your elbows out to the sides, and draw your right thigh toward your right torso. Oh, feel the right hamstrings from the backs of the knees to the hips. Knee can be bent, that's okay. Release the left arm into a T pose. That palm is up. Flex that right heel to the ceiling. This time make it straight. Take the right hand, to the inside of the lower right leg and slowly open that leg to the side. Changed my mind. Take the left hand to the top of the left hip. Make it stay put as you open that right leg up. Feel the right inner thigh open. Soften the right elbow, the right shoulder, and just let the hand hang out on that leg, adding a little bit of pressure to open this up a bit. Keep the leg there. Release the arms into a T pose. Palms are up. Flex the right heel a lot. Straighten that leg as much as possible and make circles here to the sides. Draw your navel down. You're using your core big time. Can even feel yourself using your core. Now, are the shoulders being their typical codependent selves? If they are, soften them to the ground. You know, when we exert effort, they tend to kind of jump in as if they're going to help out. Reverse the circle. Nice. Take the leg back up to the ceiling. Flex the heel. Take it straight down to the ground slowly. Press through that heel. Keep that right leg super active and strong as it comes down. So you are using every muscle in the right leg as it's dropping to the ground. When you feel your right heel make contact with the ground, soften that right leg and the foot and the shoulders and the chest. A nice big rib cage breath here. Let's just put that in here right now. Yeah, nice. Flex the left heel. Right foot stays relaxed. Slowly bring that leg up to the ceiling. Ooh, we need the arms up there. Bring the arms up. Grab the back of that leg, intertwine your fingers. Remember, if you can't straighten that left knee, that's okay. Just get it as straight as you can. Bend the elbows to the sides and just taking that left thigh just a little bit toward that torso really opens up the back of that left thigh. Right hand comes to the right hip. Okay, that's going to keep that right hip right here as we open the left leg. Left hand comes to the outside of the left leg. Flex that heel, straighten that leg as much as you can, and take it down to the left side slowly because you want to work and stretch that left inner thigh. So you don't want to go too fast. You'll lose all the benefit or a lot of it. All right, leg is to the side. Nice. Release the hand from that leg. Nice. Flex the heel, circle out to the side. Keep the heel flexed, keep the leg long and strong. Feel the abdominals working. You don't believe me? Take the hand off your hip and put it down at your belly, below your belly button. You'll feel it. Reverse. Reverse the circles. Other direction. All right. Slowly bring that leg back up to the ground. Release the right arm so you have a T pose, chin to the chest. Release the back of the neck, release the shoulders. Flex the left heel up to the ceiling and slowly as you can, bring it down. Now listen, you're pressing through the heel the entire way down. So you've got a big flex in that heel. All the way down. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, good. Feel the left heel hit the ground. Soften both feet and bend the knees. Bring your feet into your mat. They're still parallel. They're still about hip distance apart. Lift all 10 toes off the ground. As you have the 10 toes off the ground, press down into the little triangles at the bottom of your feet. Where are they? The triangles are drawn from the center of your heel to the large ball of the foot underneath the big toe, and then across to the ball under the pinky toe, and then back down to the center of the heel, both sides. Lift your hips from there. Drop your toes gently into the ground, bridge pose. Let your chin slide into your chest. Make sure that the thighs are not opening and splaying. You want to keep the knees nice and parallel. In fact, pretend that you have coils, like circular coils going, what's the word? Spirals going from your hips to your knees on both thighs. Spiral inward, one thigh toward each other. Lift a little higher. Now bring the arms up, palms facing each other. Now bring them overhead. You can lift the hips a little more now. Now, halfway down, lift with the hips. Halfway down, lift. Halfway down, lift. Every time you lift, squeeze your butt cheeks together like you're squeezing a quarter in your butt crack. Every time you lift. And then when you come down, you let that quarter go. Keep it up. Keep your bridge up. Start to bring the arms up to the ceiling and then begin to let the spine down. We're bringing the bridge down now, one vertebrae at a time, everyone. This will open your spine if you do it slowly. Nice. Feel the lower back make contact with the mat. Take your knees to your chest. Give yourself a big hug to release the lower back. All right. Grab a hold under both thighs. Knees are bent. Heels are flexed. All right. Knees are over the hips, so you're in a reverse tabletop pose. Really grab hold under the hips. Bend the elbows to the side. Lift the upper back and the chest toward the ceiling. Now bring the arms up to the ceiling. Take the hands together, intertwine them. That little basket you made with your palms, take it under your head and get those elbows out wide. Now listen, you really want to keep space between the chin and the chest, and you're looking straight up at your ceiling. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Upper abs, can you feel them? Under the sternum, above the belly button, pulse. Hold it here. Send both legs straight out. Bring them in. Bring them out. Bring them in. Flex those heels. Use the muscles of the legs. Send them out. In. Out. In and hold. Now lift the head. Lift the chest. Bring the thighs toward the chest. Open up. Bring the head a little down as you open the legs. Squeeze. Open. So what are we doing? We're doing both movements. We're combining them. So you're lifting the head and the chest when your knees come in toward you. Hold them in, pulse it at the top. Pulse, pulse. Can you tell or can you figure out why a movement like this is called a crunch? You're crunching upper and lower abs together. Feel that crunch, crunch, crunch and hold. Straighten the right leg. Flex the right heel. Lift the head, the chest just a little bit more. Turn it toward your left knee. Switch sides. Switch sides. Switch. Switch. Back to center. Bring it to center. Open up. Bring it to center. Open. Bring it to center. Open. Bring it to center. Hold. And release the feet to the ground. Release your head to the ground. And open the arms in a T position. Both legs up to the ceiling. Toes out, heels in. Soften those shoulders. You know how they try to get into the game here. All right. Scissor kick. Now, you could just do a scissor kick like, oh yeah, this is fun. But what if you really fired this up? What if you really pressed those heels up to the ceiling and felt the belly drawing down towards your mat, right? Those are your two directions, upward and downward here. Now keep the legs long, keep the heels super flexed, and begin to take this scissor kick toward the ground. Only as far as your lower back will let you. As soon as the lower back complains, make your way back up to the ceiling again. Keep breathing through this. It's so easy to hold your breath when you're doing this intense work, but the more you exhale, the better. And remember, we tend to hang on to the inhale and not exhale. So just remind yourself to exhale. Inhale will come on its own. And you can even exhale out through the mouth. And the good thing about doing this at home is you won't be embarrassed to be too loud like some people are when they're in a group. So really blow out the exhale, blow it out. That's going to force you to use the abdominals. And bring it all the way up. Separate the legs as much as possible, wide V. Flex through the heels. Take your hands to your inner thighs. Press your palms into your inner thighs. Elbows are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. Now, slowly Bring the heels in toward each other, but you're trying to press the thighs open as this happens. So you're really going to use the arm muscles, the shoulder muscles, the chest muscles. All right. Okay. Take the left leg down. Let's get the ankle while we're here. Take a hold of the leg, intertwine your fingers around the leg, and take a look at your right foot. Take the toes toward the shin. Yeah, the whole back of the leg lights up. Now take the toes away. Now don't point. Keep the toes as nice and open as possible. Toward the shin, away. Toward the shin and hold. Now take the entire foot toward your pinky, toward the right, and then away, and then toward the big toe or the left, and then toward your shin again. To the right, away from the shin, to the left, to the shin. Let's reverse toward the big toe, away. So it's a really, really deep and slow opening rotation for the ankle joint. And you're going to feel clicks and pops. That's normal. All right. Release that leg. Take the other one up. Take a look at that foot. Let's warm it up first. Toes toward the shin. There's the back of the leg. And away. And toward the shin. And away. So what you want to do is you want to keep your toes as spread apart as possible, not pointed. Okay? Bring the toes toward your shin. Now take them out, take the foot out toward your pinky, toward the left. Make a circle, now away from the shin. Now toward the big toe to the right. Now toward the shin. See what you're doing? You're making a full rotation in your left ankle joint. Take it slow. So this is car stuff. This is the controlled articular rotation of the joint. All right, reverse. Really feel this. Feel this in the ankle. All right. All righty. Now, both legs up to the ceiling, spread them apart a little bit, little V. Grab from the insides, the bottoms of your feet, bend your elbows toward your armpits, and we've got a happy baby pose. Now, try to keep your lower back connected with the mat. Don't pick it up. And then just rock side to side. So you feel this opening for the inner thighs, for the groin, and then, of course, you're massaging your lower back here. Since we're into massaging the lower back, let's release this. Take the legs together, bend the knees, and then just slowly rotate the knees in a circle. And as you rotate them in a circle, feel the circular massage at your lower back that you're giving yourself. Feel that. Reverse. All right. Cross at the ankles. Flick your feet up to the ceiling. Come on up to seated pose. And we did core. All right. We already did core. All right. Now come to table pose. Such a great starter pose for so many things, right? Spread those fingers apart. Make sure your wrists are dropped beneath your shoulders. If you look at your middle fingers and you drew a line up to the top of your mat, they should make a T. If not, rearrange your fingers, your hands. Press into the outer edges of both palms and then suction cup the middle of the palms. That actually takes a lot of pressure off the wrists. Take the left knee in just off center. Send the right leg straight back. Flex the heel. Lift the belly. Lift the heel a little higher. Press through the heel again. Feel the right glutes work. Yeah, press, press, press. Now swing that leg all the way over to the left, as far over to the left as you can get it. Let the toes touch the ground. Keep the leg really nice and straight. Press down into the toe pads of that right foot. Now walk your hands to the right. Press forward into the hands. Drive your hips back. And then the toes are going to slide back. And then you're going to drop your belly down toward your left inner thigh. Try to keep that right leg straight. Now drop your elbows to the ground and your forehead to the ground. Rib cage breath here. Feel that left hip. And bring your body up, bring your hands back to the center of the mat, swing that right leg straight back. Left knee comes next to the right knee comes next to the left, sorry. Left leg goes out, heel is flexed. Press into the outer edges of the palms, suction cup the palms, okay? Because it's really easy to get lazy up in front there in the arms and the shoulders and just start kind of dropping down. Okay, fire it up instead. Flex the heel, lift it a little higher, keep the belly lifted, swing that leg all the way over to the right. Drop down to the toes, press the toe pads into the ground. Keep that leg nice and strong and straight. Walk your hands to the left. Press forward to the palms, and then those toes slide back as your right hip comes down toward the ground and back. Now drop the elbows and the forehead. Awareness to that left. You got a lot going on here, okay? This is not easy. In fact, those of you who want to do something else, go for it. All right, here we go. Right hip this time. Feel the hands pressing into the mat, into the ground, into whatever. Lift up. Walk your hands back to the center of your mat. Swing your leg back. Come back into a nice tabletop pose. All right, I'm just going to talk for a second about what happens when you start drooping and forgetting in the front body and just kind of releasing from pressing into the hands. Now listen, get soft in the hands. Don't do that thing where you suction cup or press in. Feel how your shoulders start dropping, your chest starts dropping, everything kind of stops getting in good alignment. Everything kind of sinks down. Okay, let's do the opposite. Press into the outer edges of the palms. Feel the arm bones grow. Suction cup the palms, lifting the chest. See? Real strong across the shoulders and in the chest and the arms. All right. Lift your tail slowly. Feel your hips open behind you. Drop your belly, drop your lower back. Now begin to send your heart forward, really growing the spine from the lower back to the upper back, all the way up to the neck. Now lift from the top of your head, and you're in cow pose. Now don't pull the back of your head toward your upper back. Lift from the crown of the head instead, because you want to keep the neck nice and relaxed, and you don't want to compress the back of your neck. Now, stay in this position. Feel those palms, press into the edges of them. Don't lose that. Curl your tail. Feel it curl. Feel the pelvis come forward. Feel the lower back open. Now pick up the belly button. Now press into those hands and lift the spine. Now that space between your shoulder blades opens up. Drop your head and you're in cat pose. Really release the neck, the weight of the head. Don't hold on to it at all. Now lift the tail. Feel the lower back drop, the belly. Bring the heart forward between the biceps. Lift from the crown of the head. Cow pose. Press into the hands. Feel as if you want to drag your hands back toward your knees, but they're stuck in your mat. And at the same time, you want to press your heart forward. That's going to give you a really, really good opening between the shoulder blades, thoracic part of your spine. Curl that tail. Feel the wave begin at the bottom, at the tail, and work its way up your back. Yeah, feel that wave. Feel it begin to lift toward the ceiling. Your spine is lifting. Drop your head. Nice cat pose here. Soften the neck. Take the chin to the chest. And release the head again. Okay, bring it back to table pose. Curl your toes. Lift your knees off the ground a few inches. Those of you who want to go straight up into down dog, go for it. Hold it here. Those of you who want to work the chest a little bit more, the shoulders a little bit more, press down into the hands. Hold this. Now everyone, down dog. All right, whatever you want to do, you can walk your dog, bend one knee and the other. Or you can wag the tail, lifting your belly, holding it as you shift your hips way over from the right to the left and back again. All right, press forward into the palms, drive your chest back toward your thighs. Release the back of your neck. Feel your hands, every single finger, feel pressing into the mat in front of you. Bend your right knee, press your left heel back a lot. There's the calf muscles, left leg. Switch sides. Send that right heel back, bend the left knee. Press the chest back even here. You're always wanting to press the hands forward. Drive the hips back a bit more. Drop both heels. Take the left foot in just off center. Reach the right leg up to the ceiling. Again, press forward into the palms. Drive the chest back toward the left thigh here. Flex the right heel, lift it a little higher. Glide forward with your torso, keeping that right leg bent. Stop when the shoulders are over your wrists. All right, those of you who don't like this, just stay in a three-legged dog. Bend the right knee toward the right shoulder. Send it back again. Use your belly lifting, shoulder, back. Again, do something else if this is too much. One more for those of you who are pumping that leg. Come back. Three-legged dog again. Look forward. Right foot comes forward between your hands. However you get it there is just fine. Okay. However, knee above the ankle, not above the toe, either above the ankle or behind it. Okay. Shimmy those left toes back as far back as you can get them. You can't make that left leg any longer here. Leg is straight. Squeeze the left butt cheek. Press the left heel back. You feel the entire back of the leg and the left butt cheek. Now straighten the right leg. Walk your hands back. Pyramid pose. Bend the elbows back. Drop your forehead toward your shin. And now you get that nice big opening in the right hamstrings. Bend the right knee, bring it forward until it's over the ankle. Take the left hand close to the right foot. Press that left leg, the left heel back. Keep using that left leg, everyone. Don't get lazy about that. Right arm reaches forward. If you use that back leg, it just makes everything so much easier. And then you can lift that arm to the ceiling and rotate here. Binders, you can even put a bind in this. Release the bind. If you have it, everyone, bring that hand down next to the foot again. Arrange things so the hips are facing forward again. Gently drop your left knee to the ground. Now, if you have a pillow and want to put it under your knee here, go for it. Top of the foot to the ground. Walk back with the fingertips to lift your torso. Take the hands to the top of that leg, or you can keep them to the ground. And then press your hips forward. I want you to especially feel the front of that left hip. That's your hip flexor, and you can even feel it kind of stretching so much that it runs into the inner thigh. Fingertips to the ground. Curl the back toes. Lift that knee off the ground. Squeeze that left butt cheek. Straighten the right leg. Now turn the right foot toward the left side of your mat. I'm going to have to turn in the other, and then walk your hands over to the edge of the mat. So basically you want to come into a standing wide-legged pose, and feet are either forward or toed in, okay? And then just take your body upside down and invert. So I don't care what you do, whatever you want with those arms, you can take a hold of your legs or your ankles, or you can put them on the floor. Some people even might want to intertwine the fingers and extend the arms to the ceiling. And if you're doing that, you can let the knuckles fall forward if you relax your shoulders. And hands to the ground under your head. Straighten your arms. You're looking straight down. Lift your belly. Walk your hands forward. Press your chest back between your arms, then between the legs. Well, you're not going to get it between the legs, but it's as if you want to press your chest back there. Now, really appreciate how open your spine is here. And also, because you're upside down, it can really relax. You've got a little traction going on. Glide forward here. Walk your hands back toward your mat. Send your feet out and your heels in. Bend your knees. Roll up into horse squat. This is either called horse pose or goddess squat. Now, keep pressing into the outer edges of your feet. Don't collapse toward the arches. Try to keep pressing to those outer parts of your feet. Come down a little lower. Bring your arms out to the sides. Draw your belly back. Take a big beach ball and squeeze it in front of you. Round your back behind you and drop your forehead on that beach ball. Sit a little deeper. Pulse. Nice and controlled. Now, if the pulse is too much for you, don't pulse. Okay, no more pulsing. Straighten up, bring the arms forward. Turn the palms away from one another. Bring the arms behind you. I'm going to put that beach ball behind you now. It's going to press your chest forward. I'm going to go sideways so you can see this. Press your chest forward. So you got that big beach ball pressing into your back, and you're going to squeeze it, and then you're going to drop the back of your head on it. And now you're going to sit lower, and you're going to pulse again. I know you're holding the beach ball in a different way than we usually do it, but I want to do this. Keep your shoulders low. Arms come to the sides. Okay, you're still in that horse pose. Now, begin to shift from side to side, but try to stay low. Really use the thigh muscles here, inner thigh muscles and the quadriceps, which are the tops. Yeah, straighten both legs, bring the arms up. Take the feet forward, come halfway down. Reach, 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 long spine. Take your right hand to the ground or fingertips. Lift the left arm to the ceiling. Bend the right knee and shift your right hip towards your right heel a bit. Straighten your right leg. Left hand takes the place of your right. Right arm lifts up. Now shift as you bend the left knee, shift that left hip down a little bit. So now that arm is diagonal a bit underneath you. Straighten that leg, bring both hands down underneath you. Walk back to your mat. Okay, let's see, we had the right leg forward. Okay, so swivel the right foot to the front of your mat. Look back at your left foot, turn that out about 45 degrees, and get both feet on different tracks. Right knee is bent over the ankle. We're going to come up to warrior one from here. Okay, that was probably a bit of an awkward transition, but you know where we're going. Warrior one. So hips are facing forward. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Sit a little lower. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. Take your hands in Namaste Mudra. Bring them to your heart. Lift your elbows and just press your hands together. We're going to get the wrists. Rotate the fingertips toward you. Press those palms together. Like really press them up toward the ceiling and forward. Now bring the wrists toward you. Now soften the mudra and bring it to center. Turn your torso to the right and pulse. So we've got some oblique action here. Now try to think about keeping the spine nice and tall as you make this twist. Now back to center. Lift both arms. Reach forward. Drop your right arm inside the right leg. Press them into one another. Feel the outer edge of that left foot. Press into it as you reach out with the left fingertips. Feel the left waist unlock. Really feel it open. Then it's time to lift the arm to the ceiling. Then cartwheel up to warrior two. Rotate that right palm up. Lose the left arm. Right arm comes up. Reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Warrior one. All right. Now we already did something that's very similar to pigeon, so we're not going to do pigeon pose. But what I want to do is throw in an elbow, some elbow work, because I know someone has some elbow stuff going on. So this is really good elbow work. So just stand on your mat. Sorry. Okay. So this is, remember we did the ankle stuff, ankle cars, the controlled articular rotation. We're going to do that with the elbows. So palms are up, arms are straight. Slowly press the palms up, keeping the upper arms close to your body. Now it's like you're pushing through peanut butter. Flip the palms away from you. Press down through peanut butter here. Squeeze those arms in close to your body. This is for elbows. Get the arms as straight as you can. As straight as you can. Flip the palms up again. Come up slow, peanut butter. Flip the palms forward. Press down. Keep the hands in this position. Don't flip. This time we come up with the tops of our hands. Flip. Down through peanut butter, tops of our hands. Flip. So we're actually rotating within the elbows. Flip. And come down. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I had to throw that in somehow and while I thought about it. Okay, so we're in Warrior One. Okay, bring it forward with the arms. Let the hands fall down into the mat. Bring your right foot, left foot back, come into down dog. All right, press that chest back. Keep the belly lifted. So the key is press up and back with the hips all the time because they tend to migrate forward. Okay. Right foot comes in just off center, plant it into your mat, lift the left leg. Nice. Flex that left heel. Drop the right heel toward the mat as much as you can. Open the hips to the left. Notice you have more load in the right shoulder, so you press more firmly into the right hand. Press the mat away from you. Lift it a little higher. Turn the hips toward the mat. Glide forward until your shoulders are over your wrists. You still have that left leg lifted. Now you can stay here, or you can push back into three-legged dog again, or if you want to level up, bend that knee toward the shoulder, send it back, nice and controlled. Shoulder, back. So you're really squeezing the side of the left hip when you do this. And back, one more time. Three-legged dog, we're all there now. Okay, look forward. Space between your hands is where you want to get your left foot, and you want the left knee over the left ankle, not over the toes. Right toes, right foot, send it back, 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 so you get the right leg as long as possible. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Squeeze the thigh muscles around the thigh bone. Press more deeply into the left foot. Now slowly straighten the left knee as you walk your hands back. Dropping your right heel. Feel those right calf muscles open. And then, of course, you have this major opening in the hamstrings, back of the left thigh. Bend your elbows back, drop your head if you want even more load there. Bend the left knee, bring it forward. Stop when it's over the ankle. Okay, keep that back leg straight and strong. Right hand next to the left foot. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Straighten that back leg. You need it for support to lift the left arm and reach it forward. Now lift it up to the ceiling. Rotate. Binders. You can bind this if you want. Release the bind if you have it. Everyone bring that arm back down and over. Hand next to the foot again. Okay. Hips facing forward again. Gently drop the right knee, top of the right foot. Walk your fingertips back to lift your torso. Take your hands to the top of that leg or keep your fingertips into the ground and do it that way. Now you really want to press the hips forward, feeling it especially at the front of the right hip. And as I said, on the other leg, it kind of tends to go down into the quad and into the inner thigh as well. Bringing the hands back down, curling those toes, lifting the knee, and look back there at the right foot. Send it out about 45 degrees, probably hop it forward a bit, probably move that left foot over toward the left side of your mat because you really want to get on different tracks with the feet before you come up into Warrior One. Open the arms to the sides. I know we didn't do this for the last one. We're doing something else. Turn the palms back. Bring the arms back here. And you've got a little beach ball this time. Pump it. So you really squeeze together between the shoulder blades. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep the shoulders low. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It's between the shoulder blades, mid back. All right, bring it up. Warrior one again. Reach forward. Drop the left arm inside the left leg. Press them into one another. Here we go. Press into the edge of that back foot. Got it? Now reach forward, opposite direction with the right fingertips. Unlock the right waist. Just take a few moments to really reach so much that you release the right waist. Now send that arm up to the ceiling. Now come up to warrior two. Soften the shoulders, keep the heart lifted. Chin tucks in toward the throat. Rotate the left palm up, lose the right arm, reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Warrior one. Reach forward and come down. Lift that back heel, turn those toes forward, bring the left foot back, walk it to the center of your mat. Bend your knees, sit in a little chair, swing your arms forward, chair pose. All right, ready to tune it up? Draw your navel back, curl your tail and sit a little lower. Oh yeah, press into the feet, feel the thighs work. Little lower. Come up. Open the arms, swan dive forward, hinging from the hips. And standing forward, fold. You can bend your knees, it's fine. You just want to really soften the front of your torso toward the front of your legs. It's like they're kind of attracted to one another. They're just kind of really coming together slowly. Don't force anything. Grab the backs of your ankles. Sit in that little chair, push the butt back, 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 back. Swing the arms forward. Pull the navel back, curl the tail, sit a little lower, hold this. Come back up. How about a little back bend here? Lift the heart to the ceiling, open the arms here. Now swan dive. Forward fold, drop. Release your neck here. Good traction for it. Skull is pulling it and opening it toward the ground. Hands into the shins. Belly tucks up. Extension of the spine for monkey pose. Another forward fold. All right, we're going to waterfall. So bend the knees, swing the arms back. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And you're always sitting in your chair when you're coming back. Last one, stay down. All right, bend your knees. Take your feet a little farther apart. Bend your knees a little more. Let your belly fall toward your thighs, into your thighs, and drop your head in front of your knees. Grab the backs of your ankles. All right, rib cage breath right here. Oh, yeah. How about another? Feels good here. Let's do another. It's a really good place to feel the rib cage. Here we go. One more.
Nice. Release those arms. Place the palms under your feet. Press your feet into your palms. Bend your elbows to the sides. Drop down a little more for gorilla. Now, if you're holding on at all to the neck, let it go. Let gravity take your skull and let your skull put a little weight on your neck and open it up. Release your hands from under your feet. Okay, press into the soles of your feet. Slowly roll up. Really slow ragdoll roll up. Okay, right arm comes up. Bend the elbow, take the side of your head. All right, close your eyes and just, if you can, if not, keep your eyes open, but just feel the weight in your right leg and in your left leg. Just compare that. And if you're putting more weight into one leg than the other, shift it so that they're more or less equal. Okay, now release the shoulders, drop them down. Now take the right ear toward the right shoulder, just getting the neck. Unlock your jaw. Release. Bring that arm down, bring the left arm up. Okay, check out the legs. Equal weight distribution. And if you're not used to, if you're not honed into this, if it's really hard for you to tell, just close your eyes. That may help. Because we often stand with weight more in one leg than the other, but right here, equalize it. Bend the elbow, take the side of the head, ear to the shoulder, open the neck. So this one's a more intense neck opening than the one we did at the beginning, right where we were just on our backs, putting our head to the side. And back to center. Release. And you know what I want to do? We didn't do a spinal rotation tonight, and we just have to. So just come onto your back one time, and then we'll roll over to our bellies. Let's do a spinal rotation on our back. That's really the best way to get it here nice and fast and deep. So open the arms into a T pose, chin to the chest. So get your back nice and straight. Just make sure that you're not like on a big angle. Wrap the right leg over the left. Squeeze the legs together, soften the shoulders. Be aware of how the shoulders tend to react when you do things. Like they just tend to jump in and get tense. And it's good if you recognize that, that's great because then you can also release it knowing that they're tensing. Okay, legs drop to the left side slowly. Oh, there's a nice rotation and a nice opening for the right hip. All right, get some good deep breaths in this. Keep the right elbow bent, right shoulder bent. Just scan your body and notice where you're feeling this the most. Also notice if there's any holding back at all and just drop that. All right, squeeze the legs together, draw the navel back toward the spine, lift the legs back to center, get your T-pose nice and straight again, uncross the legs. Okay, now just rock side to side, lift the legs a bit so that you can really kind of
Walk your hips down toward the bottom of your mat. That's going to extend the spine a bit. Bend the knees, left leg over the right. Squeeze them together. Drop the legs to the right slowly. So, of course, you're going to press into the arm and the right shoulder as they're coming down. But once they drop, release that pressing. And if you can't get them to touch the ground, maybe if you draw the knees away from your arm, you can, or maybe put a pillow underneath them. And again, some nice breath into your pose. Squeeze the legs together, bring them back to center, uncross the legs, and come on up and flip it over to your belly. And come down. Okay, crocodile pose. So you're stacking your palms, elbows are bent to the sides, resting your forehead on the top hand, feet are toed in, and you just let go of everything here. Just relax. Now, in this position, if you want to use a belly breath, in other words, pressing your belly into the mat as you inhale, you can use that to open the lower back. So as the belly presses into the mat, feel the lower back open. All right. Head is glued to that top hand. Feet are toed in. Lift the arms off the ground. The head is still attached. Lift the feet off the ground and the legs. Flutter kick the feet like you're swimming. Keep the legs long. Lift a little higher. Open the arms to the sides. Palms are down. Bring the arms close to your body. Lift the chest a little more. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lower back toner. Arms to the sides. Look down towards your mat. Bend the elbows. Stack your palms. Head comes onto the top hand. Let this whole thing fall back down into the mat. Release everything. All right, preparing for cobra pose. Okay, so I said cobra pose, but I went into sphinx pose. Come into sphinx pose. Let's do something. I'm thinking of let's release the fronts of the thighs, the quadriceps. So sphinx pose is like this. You have your elbows dropped under your shoulders. Your arms are in an 11 position. And then you press your chest forward. This is actually a really good lower back toner too. Can you feel that? Press forward with the chest. Now try to drag the hands back, but they're stuck. Yeah, it's really good. Also for mid back. Okay, take the right arm in a little bit towards center. Lift the left foot off the ground. Grab the top of the foot, top of the ankle, whatever you can, and then just press that heel down toward your buttocks. So you're going to feel a really big opening in the front of the thigh, quadriceps. Let's get the other one. Switch arms. So the left arm comes just off center, right knee bends, grab the back, or excuse me, the top of that foot or ankle, press that heel toward you, and feel the right quadriceps release. All right. Now, head down,
Feet toed in, palms chest level. We're getting ready for cobra here. Pick up your pubic bone, roll it to your belly button, drop it back down. Palms are close to your chest, elbows are drawn in very close to your body. Press your elbows down toward your feet. Neck is nice and straight. It's going to stay that way the whole time. Slowly lift your body off the mat. Cobra, back bend, whatever you like. And then bring it back down slowly. Keep those elbows drawn in. Forehead touches the mat. One more time, bring it up. Cobra. Maybe cobra to a back bend for some of you. And then as you come down slowly. Forehead touches the ground. Turn your head to the side. Release your arms. Palms are up. And just a nice restorative pose there, releasing everything. And then very slowly turn your head to the other side. Don't create any tension at all. All right, and then flip it over, bring it to tabletop pose. And then curl your tail under. And then from tabletop, press your hips slowly back into child's pose. And remember, you are nice and warmed up and supple now. So when you come back, when your hips come back toward your heels, feel that opening up and down your spine. Just feel the opening. Make it a really luxurious pullback. And then drop into child's. All right, take a few breaths there. And if you are staying for Shavasana, you can flip your body over, come onto your back. And just really release your body into your mat. All right. So just notice the opening in your body as you inhale, receiving the breath. And the softening and the closing slightly of the body as you release the breath for your exhale. So just let go, relinquish the shape of your body. I mean, you can't see it anyway, right? But just let go of what you imagine it to be. Just feel your body as a cloud of sensations, ever-changing sensations. And feel how, when you inhale, these sensations really open, expand, move outward. And when you exhale and release, the body comes inward again. These sensations move inward. So just feel that expansion and that contraction, if you will. We can call it a contraction. So the opening, the closing, the receiving, the giving back of the breath. Just stay with that. And when thoughts come into your awareness, just know that that is absolutely fine. Just notice the thought, watch it, and even watch what happens with it. Right? It has nowhere to go, just dissolves. So just rest your mind in this place where you are the background of everything that you experience, your thoughts, sensations, emotions. And just notice what passes by, what arises and falls and leaves. And when you find yourself really caught up in a thought, contracting into that thought, just simply, slowly, gently bring your awareness back to the sensations of your breath. And then you can begin to feel your inner peace. Okay, that's really kind of the background of it all, right? That's the right, the depths of the ocean, the stillness of the ocean, as the waves of thoughts and feelings and sensations rise and fall. And in tonight's meditation, if you'd like to place a prayer, an intention, a sankalpa here, you can. Just form that, take it to your heart, breathe into it, fill it with prana. And next exhale, release, let it go. Completely let it go. And just rest with your mind wide open. All right, making your transition. And rolling to your right side. Very slowly bringing yourself to seated pose. And opening your arms nice and wide, palms up. Bring your arms back a little bit, opening up the heart a bit here. Arms coming up, palms gently touching, floating back down to your heart. Namaste. All right, thank you. Left with some of you diehards here who stayed for Shavasana too. I think we lost about half the people. All right, doesn't matter. We did it. Have a wonderful weekend. And we have some rain, finally. Yes. Have a great weekend, everyone.